come up. The first set of awards, as you know, last week we had field day. Last week we had field day. I'm going to try this again. What's all the ones in my name? Well, I'll hold off on this because I can't find one with my name. But I'll go on to the next one here. But I'll have you people come up. These three people in our PE program this year, they had a physical fitness program. In the first grade, they're not eligible for participating in the President's Physical Fitness Program because it's designed for older children. So they developed a Principal's Physical Fitness Award, and these are children who have excelled in various activities or displayed physical fitness in at least one area. So as I call your name, I'd like you to come up and receive this. This comes from Mr. Cavallera, our PE teacher. Keith, Percy. Here, come over here, stand right here, and give me your hand, shake. All right, there you go. Nice to take the cover off. It's going in here. Krista Medina. Okay, give me the other hand. There you go. Congratulations. And Emmanuel Soder. Congratulations. Okay. Now, first award. Okay, this time I want you just to stand in place when I give these out. This is an award that everybody in my room earned because everybody in this classroom has done a fantastic job of reading this year. Reading, I mean they're bringing in books all the time. Whenever they have a chance to share, they share a book. Whenever they have a chance to bring in books, they bring in books. I have a bunch of bookworms in my room this year, and I think that they certainly deserve that recognition. And the certificate says, reading award given to such and such a person during school year 1990-91. You have read and read. Keep it up. And it's signed by me. So as I call your name, just stand in place, please. Nicholas. Anthony. Monica. Nikisha. Tyler. Manuel. Andrea. Tamika. Joshua. Adina. Crystal Medina. Keith. Crystal Hart. Altisha. Curtis Atkerson. Eric. Tamara. What's the problem? Have I finished? Why don't you wait until I finish, okay? Ray. Crystal McKinnon. Jeffrey. Don't tell me I missed you. Really, I owe you one. I apologize. Travis, you will get one. I thought I had everybody here. Can you forgive me? I'll give it to you tomorrow. I apologize. Okay. Let the turns up a little bit. Promise I'll give it to you. Okay. This certificate goes to a couple people in the room that I call my most dependable. By most dependable, I mean people who will always pick up the trash, will always help me out, are always there. If I ask for a volunteer, they're there to help me out. And so these are people that I really appreciate. Now, please understand, parents, that I've got all of the kids help out. I mean, I don't have a child in this room who isn't a delight to have. But then when it comes to award, you know, you try and recognize where people are particularly outstanding. So, you know, you may feel like, well, my child deserves that award, and they probably do. But I just tried to highlight the ones that I particularly noticed. So when I call your name, if you'll come up, please. Curtis Atkerson. Throughout the school year 1990-91, I could count on you to get things done, and I want to thank you very much. Andrea Roberts. Thank you very much, Andrea. I appreciate all your help. And Eric. Thank you very much, Eric. Good job. Okay. This next certificate looks like this. This is for handwriting. These are children who have consistently throughout the school year displayed good handwriting. Not always Demillion handwriting, but if it's been neat and legible and, you know, fairly easy to read, then I have recognized them for their handwriting this year. Andrea Roberts. Everybody relax. Everybody will receive certificates. Wait until I'm done. Okay, this says Handwriting Award. Throughout the school year 1990-91, your handwriting has been neat, legible, and easy to read. Thank you very much. Keep it up. Emmanuel. Thank you, sir. Keisha. Thank you very much. Monica. Thank you, ma'am. Crystal Medina. Now, if you set those certificates down in front of you so they don't get all wrinkled, otherwise, by the time you get them home, your parents are going to go, yeah. Thank you very much, ma'am. And Tamika Hart. Thank you. Okay, this award is kind of a hard one to give out because I see everybody smile once in a while, but my Smile Award goes to people who every day have at least one smile for me. Every day they'll brighten my day with a big grin at some time, and I really appreciate it. Okay, my first Smile Award, here's our Smile Award. My first Smile Award goes to Adina. Every day you walk through the door, you've got a smile on your face. Andrea. Now, of course, you're not going to show your smile. Nice job. And Eric. Nice job, Eric. Okay, this certificate I'm giving out now is based a little bit more on their academic performance. That is, on how they actually did in class. This one is for oral reading and comprehension. A lot of children, when they start first grade, can read. But all they're doing is reading words. There's nothing significant in it. And one of the skills we work on in first grade is to teach them to understand what those words are saying so that they can analyze it, so they can get something out of it. And the children I'm going to be recognizing have done an excellent job this year. They read well orally, they read well silently, and they understand most of what they're reading. And I base that on the fact that, I base that on the fact that when I'm asked questions, they can answer them. When there are workbook pages, they can complete them successfully. So these are people who do well in reading comprehension. This is what the award looks like. And it says, you have done an excellent job in both comprehension and oral reading. And the first person I'd like to recognize is Crystal Medina. Nice job. Nikisha. Nice job. Jeffrey. Good job, Jeffrey. Monica. Come on in. Nice job. Just find a seat. Lily. And I apologize again for the school getting like to particularly recognize Tyler. Tyler not only is a good oral reader, he's an extremely good reader. He reads well above grade level, and he shared many of his stories with the class, and I really appreciate your hard work. Keep it up. Joshua. Nice job, Joshua. Raymond. Good job, Raymond. Keith. Nice job, Keith. Altisha. Yeah, lots of people. Come on in, please. Nice job, Altisha. Crystal Hart. Nice job, Crystal. Okay, I understand. Okay, this next award is the Hardest Working Award. This award I based mainly on children who consistently, on a day-to-day basis, finish their work every morning. In school, because of our reading program, is there somebody that needs to come in? Come on in. Don't stand out there, please. Because of our reading program, you will notice from now until the time they finish 6th grade, there's a block of time every day that's taken and devoted towards reading. And while the teachers are working in small groups, the children have responsibilities at their desk. The children that are receiving these awards are children who consistently come in, sit down, take care of their work. Most of the people I call, you will not have seen papers come home that have been complete on, because they will have gotten those done in class. This is an excellent skill. This is a skill well worth working on. For children that don't receive it today, next year I'd like to have you come and tell me that you did receive an award like this because you have learned to stay on task and get that work done. Okay, this is what the award looks like. This is a beaver. Beavers are hard workers. And it says, throughout school year 1990-91, you have tried to do your best and finish your work. The first person I'd like to recognize is Nikisha. Thank you very much. Joshua. Well, it's a goal to work on, Keith, right? Nice job. Monica. What can I say? Other hand. Nice job. Altisha. Good job, Altisha. Crystal Medina. Nice job, Crystal. Millie. Super job, Millie. There you go. Nice job. And Anthony White. Nice job, Anthony. Okay, this next award, everybody put your hands above your head, stretch, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your wrist, bring them right down in your lap and let it sit. Thank you. Okay, this next one is listening and following directions. That's another really important first grade skill. I mean, it's a skill they use all through school, but we spend a lot of time working on it in first grade. These are children who, when I give directions, normally follow them. These are children who, when we do an art project, they end up with what they're supposed to because they have listened. These are children who, when the directions are given in the morning, they are able to do their work successfully because they have paid attention to what they're supposed to do. Again, all of the children listen, but these are children who consistently, on a day-to-day basis, do listen and are able to follow directions successfully. Keith. Crystal Medina. Oh, and by the way, this is the certificate, excuse me. And it says, during school year 1990-91, you have been a very good listener and direction follower. Joshua. Come on in. Nice job. Nellie. Nice job, Lily. Tamika. Nice job. There's chairs over here. Monica. Good job, Monica. Nikisha. Thank you. Nice job. Okay, has everybody got a place to sit now? Here, if you just got here, raise your hand. Let me give you a program. You want to have this to put in the scrapbooks, you know. I've got a big cedar chest where everything my kids have ever earned is in. Oh, yes. And about once every 2 years, we sit down and take everything out and have a big laugh. And let me give out these envelopes because these are for you to put your children's awards in to take home. Mrs. Jones. Where's Mrs. Jones? I know you're here. Did you get a program? Uh-huh. Okay. Mrs. Ackerson. Mr. Pierce. Brandon. All right. Onward and upward. Okay, this next certificate is for spelling. All right, now spelling was probably the easiest one I had to do because it was pretty cut and dry. The kids had to have ended up getting approximately, out of a 9-week period, out of 9 tests, getting about 7 of them with 100s. And sometimes a little higher than that. In first grade, what I did is I did not follow the spelling book, but what I did was use words that coincided with the skills we're being taught. Basically, the phonetic skills were being taught. So sometimes the words were pretty tough, and I could tell you right now which kids went home and studied, and which kids probably never looked at the words after the first day. But again, here's what the award looks like. The spelling bee, and it says, is a super speller. All right, Nikisha.
No.
I'll bet y'all know who gets these $4 Tamika. I'd like to recognize Tamika. She has gotten a 100 on every single spelling test this year except one. Joshua. Nice job. Crystal Medina. Again, this is not to say that all the kids aren't good spellers. They've all done a really good job. Keith. Nice job, Keith. Tamara. Make way when they need to come through, boys and girls. Thank you. Good job, Tamara. Jeffrey. Nice job, Jim. And Anthony. Nice job, Anthony. Okay, this award is for art. Now, this is based on my perception, not the art teacher's perception. But these are children who have, to me, have really since I'm a zero artist, I'm always an admirer of anybody that has the art skills. And these children have not only done a nice job in my eye, but the art teacher also has complimented them, and these children have either received a ribbon or been recognized in some way in the art program here. The first person I'd like to give one to is Tamika. Tamika had one of her pictures displayed on the board recently for some artwork that she did. Nicholas does a super job with a lot of his work. He shows a very, very good detail in his work. And Keith. Nice job, Keith. really strong in them. Some aren't so strong. Again, this is kind of a personal call. Again, it doesn't mean that I don't have polite children. You all have raised wonderful children, so please don't take it personally. But these are children that stand out in my mind as consistently being polite. You know, acknowledging my authority, acknowledging the respect of the people around them, and whenever you deal with them, they show courtesy. Crystal Hart. Emmanuel. Kristen McKinnon. Writing, creative writing. I have participated in a district project this year where we've been emphasizing writing, and I have been extremely pleased with the writing that is being produced in our classroom. We put 2 books together and submitted to the Young Authors Conference. Neither one of them were selected, but they were both excellent books. The kids write and write and write and write. Today, they got the choice, Keith, I couldn't believe you weren't here, they got to write about Ninja Turtles today. Or their choice. And I was just amazed again at how prolific they are at their writing. These children in particular have done an excellent job. They've written really quality work. Tomorrow they're going to be bringing home the scripts and squiggles, and we're very fortunate out of this room. I believe we had 4 children, maybe 5 children who got entries in our school-wide scripts and squiggles, which is a real honor for those that were accepted. So this is the Writing Award. And it says, congratulations, you have been a terrific story writer this year. Okay, the first one goes to Crystal Medina. Crystal writes a lot of books at home, too. Lily. Lily has just, I can give her any subject and she can write and write and write on it. Nice job. Anthony. Again, everyone has done a super job. Thank you very much. With their writing. Okay, this one is teamwork. As I indicated at the beginning of the school year, Sunday I completed my master's. Thank you. And my project was in collaborative learning. And so we did a lot of activities with collaborative learning. Collaborative learning is not just working together, but it's where, as a group, you do a project. You are responsible for a single project among you. And it involves a lot of teamwork. And I got started on this because at the beginning of the school year, some statistics were passed out to us, and I was absolutely shocked at one of the statistics that listed the criterion that employers were looking for in children, and academic success was at number 10. One of the top 3 was being able to get along with your workers. And another one was being able to make decisions, and the third one was being able to use thinking skills or processing skills. So I was really surprised at that, and so we've done a lot to work on this idea of working as a group. You kids have probably come home and told you about how we vote all the time. Anytime there's a decision, we're taking a vote. Again, everybody in the room, excuse me, I know you're hot, but I really would like your attention. Again, everybody has been really good about working with their partners. These people have been exceptional. These people have almost always been able to work with their group, have seldom had arguments or hassles, have generally been able to manage to come together to produce a single project. Travis. And it's really hard for Travis because he's out of the room a lot of the day, and so when he comes in, sometimes it's the tail end of something, but he always jumps right in, and he's super at working with the group. Nicholas. Nicholas does a very good job of organizing his group to get things done. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the picture, by the way. It shows they're all pulling together, and it says you have done a super job of sharing, being positive, and cooperating. Does that sound like co-op?
Yes.
Okay, Monica. Monica should be a statesman because she just does an excellent job of getting her groups together. Nikisha. Nice job. Tamika. Nice job, Tamika. Lily. Good job, Lily. Joshua. Now turn to your mom. See your face. Nice job. Crystal Medina. Nice job, Crystal. Keith also does a very good job of consolidating his group and getting things done. Nice job. Here's the heart. Raymond is also a good negotiator. He does a good job of keeping his group on task. Nice job. And Crystal McGinnis. And Crystal's had a tough job because she's only been with us, what, about 4 weeks, Crystal? And so she kind of got dumped in on a very established classroom, and she's done a real good job of getting herself situated and joining in. Nice job, Crystal. Okay, the next one is for social studies. Okay, social studies is a hard topic. I counsel most of you at the beginning of the year that most of what we do in this classroom is group projects, and therefore you can't expect more than S's on most report cards, and that's been true all year long. These couple of children that I chose are children who always have something to add to any conversation, who are very enthusiastic, very interested in what is happening, and that's how I chose these particular children. This was not based on any grades, but more on their general attitude. Altisha. Oh, and here's the award. And it says, really knows a lot about the world around her. Nice job. And Curtis. Nice job, Curtis. Adina. Nice job, Adina. Okay, this is one of my favorite awards. This is cheerfulness. And I would think in first grade everybody would be cheerful, but I get some real grumps in this room. So these are people that the majority of the time come in and they walk in and it's, hi, Mrs. Eisinger, how are you? And glad to see you. And they've got a big smile on their face. And when I'm not feeling so cheerful, they really brighten my day. Eric. Oh, and here's what the award looks like. And it says, your enthusiasm and joy have made our classroom a brighter place to be. Adina's always bubbly. I can always count on her to brighten up the room. Tamara. Tamara's got unbounding enthusiasm. Nice job, Tamara. Crystal McGinnis. After the first couple of days of tears, she started coming in with smiles. Nice job. Andrea. Andrea bounces in every morning with a big smile on her face and glad to be here. Nice job, Andrea. Nicholas. No matter what the day's been like, he leaves with a big smile on his face. Nice job. And Travis. Travis has always got a big smile for me in the morning. Nice job, Travis. Okay, this next one is again a little bit more cut and dried. This is for math. These are kids who have gotten B's and G's on their report cards. It's been an interesting year for math because I've cut the math written work in half from what I've ever done in the past, and relied a lot more on manipulatives, a lot more on group discussions, a lot more on descriptive writing like we have up on the wall right now, and so forth. And I don't have any statistics to back me up, but I feel like these kids have really learned a lot, and they've got some excellent foundations, and hopefully next year in second grade it's going to prove me out. Okay, Travis. Nice job. Anthony. Good job, Anthony. Oh, did I forget you? Okay, here's the picture. Excuse me. Actually, I want to miss that. And it says, throughout the school year 1990-91, you have done an outstanding job. Congratulations. Monica. Nikisha. Nice job. Tyler. Nice job, Tyler. Lily. Nice job, Lily. Joshua. Now turn and look at your mother. Nice job. Crystal Medina. Nice job, Crystal. Other hand. He's good at that. Nice job. Curtis Anderson. Look at your mom. Nice job. Raymond's probably one of my most outstanding. Man, he gets that concept before I have a chance to introduce it. Is your shirt tucked in now? Are you ready? Jeffrey. Again, I want to compliment everybody. They all work really hard. Thank you. They're all have learned so much this year that I'm just amazed. All right, this next one is for the computer. And everybody in the room works on the computer. We have a schedule, and everybody gets a chance to participate. These particular kids have been real helpful when other kids have problems. They've gone over to help them out. They really seem to have a good grasp of what a computer's about. And I'm going to put a pitch into you all. If you don't own a computer, get one. It's the way, and I will guarantee you that any child with a computer is going to do better in school than a child without. I absolutely guarantee it. So if you don't own one for your child, or own one for yourself that your child can use, look at getting one. There's lots of good ones on the market. It doesn't matter which one you buy, but invest it. You don't need a lot of games. Get a good word processor and set them to it. It's an investment of a lifetime. And now, here is our certificate. And it says you have done a terrific job of helping the teacher and the class. The manual. Nice job. Curtis. Look at your mom. Nice job. And Crystal Hart. Nice job. Now you guys got to remember, I can't give them to everybody. Then it wouldn't be any fun. Okay, this next one is science. Same thing for science was true for social studies. Basically, everybody got S's in this classroom, but these are kids that always had something to contribute, seem to have a lot of knowledge, appeared very interested in a lot of the science activities that we did. This is what the science award looks like. And it says, during school year 1990-91, you have shown an interest in science and the world around you. Tony. Nice job, Tony. And Raymond. Raymond's got a rabbit. His mother introduced us to ant farms, and we just involved in everything. Nice job, Raymond. This is an award award that I love to give out because these are children who have had perfect attendance. They haven't missed a day of school this year, and I think that is a major accomplishment. And I want to emphasize again, parents of these children probably know this already, excuse me, but I want to mention it again, that the more your child is in school, the better your child's going to do. That's an absolute guarantee on that, so keep them in school. It says during school year 1990-91, you have not missed a day. Congratulations. Adina Mills. If I miss somebody, afterwards come and see me. According to my records, I have everybody. If you disagree, don't feel hesitant about that. Did you get it? Mr. Mills, did you get it?
No.
Want us to stop? Joshua. Look at Mom. Nice job. Tyler. Nice job, Tyler. And Keisha. Nice job, Keisha. Okay. I've got 3 left, and I've kind of gone by importance in my eyes. This next one is important to me because it's attitude. And the attitude you have about school determines a lot of the success you have in school. If you are cooperative, if you listen, if you're willing to work with your peers, then you have a good attitude. And so these are people, again, who have really all year long consistently had a good attitude about school. Good day, bad day, they got a prize, they didn't get a prize. Whatever the case was, they always bounced back with a positive attitude. All right, this is what it looks like. It's the only one that doesn't have their name on it, and I couldn't fit it in someplace where it looked nice, so I just skipped it all together. And it says, throughout school year 1990-91, you have had a positive attitude, worked hard, tried to do your best, and followed our rules. The first person I'd like to recognize is Lily. Nice job. Okay, Monica. Nice job, Monica. Nikisha. Nice job, Nikisha. Altisha. Come on in. Nice job, Altisha. Nice job, Keith. Raymond. Nice job, Ray. Really appreciate it.
Good job.
Okay, this is equally as important, if not more so, because these are children who may have started out on kind of a rocky road, and they've worked, and they've stayed with it, and they have shown tremendous improvement. And I base this on an overall accomplishment in school, not just a particular subject, but overall they have really kind of picked themselves up by their bootstraps and managed to get themselves going. The first person I'd like to recognize is Eric. Oh, and this is what it looks like. And the next person is Travis. And the last person is Andrea. And the last one is the closest I come to recognizing honor students. And these are students who, in my opinion, they've basically gotten B's and G's on the report cards. You could probably, as a class, you could probably, as a class and as an audience, pretty well know who's going to receive these. This is kind of the icing to the cake, but these are children who have overall been good students and shown a lot of success. All right, this is what it looks like. And it says, during school year 1990-91, you have maintained a high level of academic performance. Congratulations. And the first person I'd like to recognize is Ray. Lily. Lily's also come out of her shell. When she first came to school, we never heard her, and now she volunteers for projects and reads to us and everything else. Nice job. Keith. Good job, Keith. Tony. Nice job, Tony. Joshua, I'm sorry your last name didn't get on here. It's too long. It wouldn't fit. I thought it was better than Joshua Keith. Nice job, Josh. Keisha. Good job, Keisha. Nice job, Monica. And Kristen Medina. Okay, tomorrow I will send home the certificates for field day. I apologize for not having the ones that are signed. I really appreciate everybody coming. What we're going to do now is I'm going to have the children come up who have parents. Sit down, please. Who have parents. I'm going to have them